Hello everyone, welcome back to Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Today we are going to be taking a look at 5 extremely powerful builds for dual blades. Because of the buffs to demon mode and elements, there will be one build for each element and I will walk you through each one. In general, skills we're going to want to keep in mind are weakness exploit, critical element, critical boost, chain crit, and of course whatever element we're going to be using for our set. Before we get into the equipment, let's take a quick look at switch skills. The most important one here is Demon Mode, as this is going to give us a large percentage buff to elemental damage. Besides this, I take Demon Flight and Spiral Slash to use as my main combo for damage. You're going to be wanting to spam Demon Flight right into Spiral Slash on the weak point of the monster, which is usually going to be the head, or tail, sometimes the wings, or forelegs if it's a smaller monster. Then we're going to take Shrouded Vault for our normal counter, and Round Slash combo is the one I prefer. A lot of people like this new Slide Slash combo. I've tried it out, but I still prefer the Round Slash combo. On our other scroll, I just have a ground dual blades build just in case I don't want to be in the air for some reason if it's a smaller monster. Sometimes you don't like being above it because it's too small to hit, so I keep Demon Mode, Round Slash combo, and then I take Piercing Bind just because that's easier to use if it's a smaller monster, and then still Shrouded Vault. The first set we're going to be taking a look at is our Fire Dual Blades build. In this build we're going to be using the Magma Shredders, which are from Magma Omidron, which give us 64 fire damage and a really good amount of white sharpness. As you can see, here are all the decorations that I've slotted in. We're going to be wanting to use Element Exploit for every single weapon that we can for that extra elemental damage, and then I have Crit Boosts slotted in on this one. Then we're going to use the Malzeno Helm for Weakness Exploit, Wirebug Whisper, and then I've slotted into Attack Boost. We're going to be using the Final Boss Armor to give us a point in Chain Crit, Resentment, and Weakness Exploit, and then I've slotted in Attack Boost and Crit Boost again. The Malzeno Braces, which give us more Attack Boost and Wirebug Whisper, and then I've put in the 4 slot Critical Element. We're going to be using the Final Boss Waste, which give us that last 2 points in Chain Crit and another point in Weakness Exploit, and then we're going to be using a Constitution Jewel just for some extra utility there. The Kodachi Greaves give us a point of Critical Element, 2 points of Crit Eye, and a point of Constitution, and then I've slotted in Crit Boost and Flinch Free. And then on my Talisman, the most important thing you're going to want here is to have a 3 slot and a 2 slot. This means you're going to be able to get all of your elemental decorations in to get your full 5 points of damage. So you can see I have all fire attacks slotted in here to give me 5 levels. And then I happen to have a Bait Extender level 3 on my Talisman. Here are all those skills shown together. So as you can see, we have level 5 attack boost, full fire attack, crit boost, weakness exploit, critical element, and then we have some constitution, evade extender, wirebug whisper, full chain crit, and some crit eye. Again, the most important skills that we're going to want to keep in mind here are the fire attack, crit boost, wex, critical element, and chained crit. All the other ones are kind of whatever you have room for, whatever your talisman might be able to fit, and whatever's up to your preference. Next is going to be our Ice Dual Blades build. As you can see, I have Kushala's Dual Blades on, which give us 54 ice damage, a little bit of purple, and a good amount of white. Again, we're going to have the Elemental Exploit Rampage decoration on here, and it's going to be looking mostly the same. We're going to be using the Malzeno Helm again, the same Final Boss armor piece, but for the arms, this is going to be the biggest change here. We're going to use the Kushala arms because of Kushala Blessing, which at level 2 is going to give us 10% to our ice attack. So this is going to be a really big deal and a really nice boost to our elemental damage. Again, we're going to be using the Final Boss Waste and the Kodachi Greaves again. As you can see, I have the exact same talisman on. I have the ice attack slotted in there, and then I actually have the other ice slotted in these 1 slots here, so I can add this extra attack boost onto my talisman. One more time, this is what it's going to look like all together. Again, we have full ice attack, full crit boost, wex, critical element, and chain crit. For our third set, we're going to be looking at the Thunder Dual Blades. For these ones, we're going to be using the Double Discharge, which is from Narwa. They're going to give us 69 thunder damage with a tiny bit of purple and a good amount of white. Now because this doesn't have a level 3 rampage decoration slot, we're going to be using the anti-aquatic rampage decoration to increase damage to aquatic monsters. Now the armor here is going to be a little bit different. Because Ibushi and Narwa give us Storm Soul, which give us increased thunder attack by a percentage based, we're going to be using 4 pieces of Ibushi/Narwa armor instead of our normal build. So I'm going to be using the Ibushi headpiece here with weakness exploit slotted in. We're going to be using the final boss armor again with all 5 thunder attacks slotted in there. We're going to be using the Ibushi pure pauldrons with critical element slotted in, then the Ibushi waist with critical boost slotted in, and then Narwa's pure foot with crit boost slotted in. For our talisman, I went with one that gave me a level 4 slot. I happen to have the one with attack boost level 1 and stun resistance level 2. This is just so I could slot in my critical element. Here you can see all the skills together, and because we have Storm Soul level 4, all of our other armor skills are going to be increased by +1, which is why we have the final boss armor in the middle there, which is going to give us 2 points in weakness exploit, 2 points resentment, 2 points chain crit. So we have our full level 5 thunder attack, we have full Wex still, full critical element. I do not have a good critical boost talisman, so we're only going to hit level 2 here, but as you can see we kind of make up for that by having level 3 evade window, level 2 resentment, and level 2 of a bunch of other skills, focus, power prolonger, marathon runner. And down here you can see we still have chain crit level 2, which is really important for our elemental damage, and then we have a point in attack boost. Here we're going to be looking at our water dual blades. For these we're going to be using the mud shredders, which come from Almadron. They're going to give us 62 water damage with a very good amount of white sharpness. We're going to be using the Malzena helm again, final boss armor. We're going to be using the Kushala grip again for the Kushala blessing, which is going to increase our water attack by 10%. Then the final boss waist and the Kadachi greaves again. You'll happen to recognize the same talisman, which I'm just going to be slotting in the 3 slot the water attack, and then I have the other 2 points of water attack slotted in 1 slots that are already in the set. So I can slot in an extra crit boost here. You'll see in the overview again we have full water attack, crit boost, Wex, critical element, evade extender, and chain crit, with 4 levels in attack boost, 2 in agitator, 2 in crit eye, 2 in wirebug whisperer. For our final set we're going to be looking at the dragon set. We're going to be using full Valstrax weapons and armor. So we have the Valstrax dual blades here, which give us 52 dragon element and a ton of white sharpness. Now the most important part of this build is actually going to be the level 2 rampage decoration, Valstrax Soul. As you can see here, it increases dragon element attack by 20% when afflicted with Dragon Blight. And because we are using the full set of Valstrax armor, we are going to have level 5 Dragon Heart, which gives us Dragon Blight at 80% health or less. So when you are using this set, you are going to want to make sure you are below 80% health in order to have Dragon Blight and get that attack buff. Now as you can see here, I've slotted in some Constitution, crit boost, critical element, more crit boost, and then again on my talisman I have actually a chain crit one here. I do not have a full level 3 chain crit, as you cannot actually get that on a talisman. So I'm going with level 2 here, and then it has a 4 slot, so I slotted in critical element. As you can see from the overview, we're going to have level 5 resentment, level 5 dragon attack, full dragon heart, resuscitate, crit boost, Wex, and critical element. Unfortunately we only have level 2 chain crit, but that is okay, as it will be made up for the attack buff brought to us by Dragon Heart and being below 80% health. I hope this video helped you guys out. To end, I will leave you with some gameplay with a friend to show you how I combo my elemental attacks together. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like on the video. Feel free to comment below if you have any further questions about the build, and have a great rest of your day.
That's right, so I can do something.
was actually so high that that attack didn't hit me, even though it was definitely in my path.
Come on. Didn't even need it. Just in case it thought about moving.
Yeah.